William Shakespeare, one of the most celebrated playwrights in history, born in 1564. Known as the Bard of Avon, Shakespeare wrote about 39 plays that explore the depths of human nature, ambition, and emotion. His works have shaped literature and the arts for centuries, and each story he told is a window into the lives, cultures, and struggles of his time. One of his most compelling plays, The Merchant of Venice, dives deep into themes of justice, mercy, love, and prejudice. Set in the vibrant, yet tension-filled streets of Venice, this story has captivated audiences for over 400 years. So, let's embark on a journey to Venice, where we meet a diverse cast of characters entangled in a high-stakes drama. Here's the story of The Merchant of Venice. Imagine Venice in the 16th century, a bustling port city, full of merchants, traders, and a melting pot of cultures. The play opens with Antonio, a wealthy merchant, who is strangely sad but doesn't know why. Antonio has invested all his money in trade ships currently sailing on risky ventures across the seas. His best friend, Bassanio, soon arrives with a plea. Bassanio is in love with Portia, a beautiful and intelligent heiress from Belmont, but to win her hand in marriage, he needs money. Bassanio has wasted his wealth and now turns to Antonio for help. Antonio wants to help Bassanio but has no liquid funds since his wealth is tied up in his ships. So, he suggests borrowing the money from Shylock, a Jewish moneylender in Venice. This brings us to one of the play's central figures, Shylock. Shylock has been mistreated and insulted by Antonio for years, as there was great animosity between Christians and Jews in Venice. However, Shylock agrees to lend the money with a strange condition. If Antonio fails to repay the debt on time, Shylock will be entitled to a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. Antonio, confident that his ships will return in time, agrees to this bond. Meanwhile, we shift to Belmont, where Portia's suitors face a unique challenge. Her father devised a casket test, 3 chests made of gold, silver, and lead, each with inscriptions. The suitor who chooses the right casket wins Portia's hand. Several suitors try and fail, choosing wealth and beauty over substance. Finally, Bassanio arrives and, after thoughtful consideration, chooses the humble lead casket. Inside, he finds Portia's portrait and wins her love. It's a beautiful moment of triumph for Bassanio, but back in Venice, trouble is brewing. Just as Bassanio and Portia celebrate their engagement, news arrives. Antonio's ships have been lost at sea. He has no way to repay Shylock, and the deadline is fast approaching. Shylock is furious. His daughter Jessica has recently eloped with a Christian, taking much of his wealth. Now, he demands his pound of flesh, hoping to claim revenge on Antonio. Portia, devoted to Bassanio and now a part of Antonio's troubles, decides to intervene. She comes up with a clever plan and disguises herself as a young male lawyer named Balthazar. Together, she and her maid, Nerissa, head to Venice to defend Antonio. The trial scene is one of Shakespeare's most famous moments. Shylock insists on his bond, refusing any offers of money. He's determined to get justice, or what he sees as justice, for the wrongs done to him. Portia, disguised as Balthazar, arrives to arbitrate the case. She begins by asking Shylock to show mercy, saying that the quality of mercy is not strained. But Shylock is resolute. Portia then cleverly interprets the law, stating that while Shylock is entitled to a pound of flesh, he must do so without shedding any of Antonio's blood, a condition impossible to meet. Realizing he's been outsmarted, Shylock is defeated. With Shylock's defeat, the court turns on him, stripping him of his wealth and forcing him to convert to Christianity as punishment. It's a harsh end, and one that leaves audiences with complex feelings about justice and mercy. Antonio's life is saved, and he's reunited with Bassanio. Portia and Nerissa also reveal their disguises, leading to moments of humor and relief after the intense trial scene. As the play concludes, Antonio's ships miraculously return, restoring his wealth. But we're left with lingering questions about prejudice, forgiveness, and the cost of revenge. Shakespeare's Venice is a city of contrasts, wealth and poverty, love and hate, mercy and justice. The Merchant of Venice asks us to consider the power dynamics between people and the boundaries of compassion. Is Shylock purely a villain, or is he a man shaped by the cruelty he's faced? Can justice exist without mercy? These are questions that remain relevant today, making The Merchant of Venice one of Shakespeare's most provocative and enduring works. Thank you for joining us on this journey through The Merchant of Venice. This play, with its unforgettable characters and powerful themes, has inspired audiences for centuries. If you're intrigued by Shakespeare's world, there's so much more to explore, from the tragic love of Romeo and Juliet to the betrayal in Hamlet. Until next time, keep reading, keep questioning, and keep exploring the world of literature.